happen with a really, really healthy system that's left alone that probably has a decent remote somewhere with a refusion. So both those can be fed to feeders or can be dumped directly in the tank. Let's go. Let's feed a little bit more of these guys.
The protein skimmer going to remove those from the system at all?
I mean, they're going to remove it. Yeah. Ultimately, if you have a small volume of water and you're feeding direct foods into the system, you're going to want to cut it off. You're going to want to cut your skimmer off. Small volume meaning, you know, a nano, but any more nanos are, you know, 40 gallons or less. You know, big tanks are, you know, so if a small tank or a really awesome skimmer, I mean, you can put a teaspoon of micro in there and it's gone in the skimmer cup in 10 minutes, you want to turn it off. But I mean, not all of us are using those skimmers. Most of us are using, you know, needle wheel or Venturi type skimmers that they only have one pump. Down drafts where the surface of the water goes right into the skimmer chamber. So we'll definitely do a workshop on skimmers and filtration. We're gonna have to do that one in chemistry and everything. Let's go garlic guard. And everybody's big on this one. You got garlic guard, garlic extreme. You got entice, which is another garlic. You know, we got two of them. Okay, cool. That's how important they are. Both of them. Entice is really meant to be put in the water column prior to feeding. You can soak the food in it. If you're going to soak it, use the garlic guard. But this one, you'll take a cup full. I mean, you don't need it with these guys because they don't care. But if you have a fish that's not eating, a new fish, you want to try and get to start eating, you're going to want to put that in there. Just a cap full. I mean, it's on there. It's like a cap for 10 or something. Yeah, one cap, yeah, one or two caps depending on the size of the tank. They're going to taste it. They're going to taste it in the water. It's going to stimulate their appetite, and then they're going to want to eat whatever is available to eat. Garlic guard, you can soak. You can do the same thing with this, though. You can put it in the water column. It's not really designed for that, but you can do it that way. I'd recommend food soaking with this one. Garlic is a natural antibiotic for us. It's a natural antibiotic and immune booster for fish. So you're gonna wanna alternate these guys just like we've been doing. We're gonna use a Vitachem in the plankton and then feed that. I guess after that, I'll show you guys the sick fish we got there. Can I get one more? Yeah, let me get one more. Fine. I know some of us didn't see all this part, but the straining is what we really want to concentrate on. And what you're going to notice is ocean plankton, how much clearer the water is. It's not that brown, it's a little pink, but it's not that brown murkiness that the freshwater mysis produce. So the ocean plankton is actually a better source for them. It's just not as commonly pushed on the market. And I like the ocean plankton. I prefer the ocean plankton. It is a little more expensive, but ultimately, again, squeeze out the excess. You can mix them. Yeah, you can mix the mysis and the plankton together. You can mix your brine in there. I was going to do brine next and do a little mixture, make a little cocktail with everything. Really doesn't need that much. But since some of it is dissipated in the water, even if your fish are eating it immediately, as soon as it hits the water, some of it comes out. But the faster your fish eat it, smaller, more frequent feedings, the more they're going to consume. I'm just making a little bit. I mean, most of you at home are probably going to make about that much to feed your whole tank for a day or so. So it's a 2-day thing is probably the best. But you can make it, see how long it lasts for you. I mean, it could last different for everybody. Pop that front door open, Colin. You prop it open with take that whole way out there. Alright, we'll let that one soak. While that one's soaking, can we redirect over there? All right, let's do that. Sorry, guys. You can see the parasites on the fish. It's been in there 3 weeks. And you see how bad it is. It's taken some time to heal this one up because it was so bad when I got it. This is how much I trust all this stuff. You couldn't do this in your house tank unless you're feeding these foods. All your fish would die. And some of you introduced a fish that had just 2 or 3 spots on it, and every fish in the tank was wiped out. So they were malnutrition. They didn't have what they needed to fight it off. So essentially, I'm trying to create, and you are too, a natural environment that mimics the wild for these fish. And they're not getting it from a cube out of the freezer or a pellet off the shelf. It's not going to happen. I don't care what it is. There's one product over in the UK sold by Aquarium Obsessed. They have a food that is pre-soaked, pre-rinsed, kind of like the stuff I make. Very expensive and shipping's outrageous. So the food soaks are available. They're right here, and I'm showing you how to use them. All right, let's get on this guy. I think you can all see that ick from back there. It's bad. 3 weeks he's been in here. Look at the other fish. Every one of them. I mean, even the mimic, which is a delicate fish, not a spot. And that mimic's only been in here 2 months. The other fish have been in captivity for years, 5 or more years. The mimic's a new one. But I mean, and the head and lateral line erosion on the hippo has already reversed because of the foods. It's already reversed. Just 1 month reversed. It started to close up. It was a real raw, fleshy look. And then it actually got lymphantosis, where it was healing. It's a fungus that grows on the open wound of the head and lateral line. And it's gone now also, and it's closing up more and more. And this is why. Every day, small, more frequent feedings with food. And these guys are the same way.
When you're saying frequent feedings, like how fast should they eat it? Like within like a minute?
Yep. You need the food to be gone in 40 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's still a little shy. The hippo's still a little shy. And for one, it's stressed because of the ick, the ectoparasites on it. But all these fish are so healthy, they won't get it. I mean, none of you would buy that fish and put it in your tank, would you? Nobody in here. You would if you knew your fish were healthy. You'd put it on, don't worry about it. You would do it? Nobody would do it?
I wouldn't do it.
It's been there a month. You can see when the parasites, when you see them getting big and fluffy like that, they're near death. They're almost dead. They're getting ready to fall off. So it won't be long, and all of you come here, you will see this fish healed. This fish will heal up. The head and the lateral line will be gone completely. It'll be totally reversed. It might take a year for the head and lateral line. The ick will be gone soon. We'll just say soon. But none of you would buy that fish and put it in your tank. I took it in without question and put him right in there. I dripped him for 2 hours and dumped him, knowing it was sick, knowing that it had the ectoparasite. And that's because I'm so confident in the health and the immune system of my other fish. And nobody's died. Everybody's fine. I mean, I'm saying you go home and start feeding this, and next week you put a fish with ick in there. It's not going to happen overnight. You got to do this over a period of time. And these fish need to be fed these different foods every day. I mean, some of you fast your tank. Many of you fast your tank, not feed a day of the week or random, just don't feed. That's fine, because that also antioxidizes the fish's system, because it gives them a chance to get everything out. And what they do over the period of that fast is drink more. Just like us, the more we drink, out it goes. And before long, it's nice and clear. Same with them. So it's okay to fast your fish if they're healthy. Not healthy, don't fast them. If you fast them, they're gonna get sick, because then they're weaker. The hippo's definitely coming around though. Those spots have gotten less, fewer, further between, and now they're getting big and fluffy. They're ready to fall off. The head and lateral line erosion, you can see it. It's mainly around the eyes, but you will see all tangs, all fish have a lateral line that goes down their body. That lateral line is what gets infected, and it's an erosive process that ultimately creeps up like a fuse, and then it affects around the eyes, and eventually they lose their sight. All right, everybody's had a little bit. Everybody's had enough in there for now. So, nobody would put the fish in their tank. Nobody in here.